Welcome everybody to another episode of Comics You Crave. This week on Comics You Crave, me and Ryan have a special Valiant comic. I don't know if you can see it here. Bloodshot 4001 AD.
4001 AD Bloodshot. Number one just came out this week, actually. I said, what was Wednesday? The 6th, the 8th. Wednesday, the 8th of June. This is a Bloodshot's been around on Valiant for a while, from what I remember. It's something I haven't really gotten into yet, so I figured it'd be a good jumping point. To number one. So, basically, the premise is that Bloodshot was a man called Ray Garrison, and now in the year 41 AD, Ray's dead. So, but the nanites that once derived inside him, I'm guessing that's what made him Bloodshot. So, basically, this comic is about the nanites trying to essentially deal with that is no longer in the body of Ray Garrison. So you have these, nanites that kind of have an artificial intelligence, starting to have feelings and trying to figure out, what exactly its existence is, and trying to find a host because you can't find something that's compatible until it essentially makes its own body.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, this is basically what I kind of liked about this is it's set in the future. I want to say, like I said, it's 4001, so it's massively in the future. I remember when Deadshot came out when I was younger. I read the first few issues. It was kind of cool. It was kind of Valiant's answer, at least in my opinion, to kind of a Wolverine Deadpool crossover. So basically, he was a soldier who got nanites injected into him, so it basically made him invulnerable. The nanites could re-heal him, and he could do all kinds of crazy stuff. So hence, kind of like Deadshot, he was a mercenary and ran missions, and it's a very long running series for Valiant. In fact, I believe they have a movie currently in the works right now that they're trying to get done. So, but what's cool about this comic book is, like you said, it's a great jumping off point for anybody who's never read Bloodshot. They give you enough backstory that you can kind of start again. And this, I believe it's going to be a normal series, so I don't think this is like one of 5 or anything. It looks like a monthly ongoing
Yeah, it
comic.
seems like it's going to be something that's going. So
And one thing I really liked about this first number one, and so many comics now use a number one as the first chapter of a longer story. This one is a complete. The first issue is a very complete story that allows you to the characters reintroduced, kind of how he's going to be going forward, what's the
mhm.
storyline, and by the end of this issue, you have a completed story that you can kind of decide whether or not you like this and want to go forward,
Yeah,
or not,
it
which a lot of people
it
don't do
has
anymore.
a great closure, and or at
Exactly.
least a sense of closure for what it was before, which I think is pretty interesting. From a perspective of someone who's never read Bloodshot before, I feel like I do have at least a basic understanding of what the character was, and they're introducing it. So now going forward, I mean, they've already done all the hard work, of trying to bring people in, or clue in people that used to,
Well, and I
uh,
kind of appreciate, honestly, I kind of appreciate the fact that Valiant basically gives us a sample of what it is and doesn't ask us to buy the whole thing. They say, listen,
mhm,
here's an issue number one. You can buy the first issue. It tells a complete story, and if you like what you're reading, come back next week. We're going to start a whole new story. So many number ones nowadays that we read them all the time. We read the first story, and by the end, we have no idea what's going on. We're
yeah.
like, all right,
They're
I
like,
guess we got
oh,
to read
now
number
read
two to
issue
find out
number
what's
two.
going on. And I
Yeah.
really appreciate that Valiant decided to tell a smaller intro story to reintroduce this character and introduce this to the new settings and let
Yeah.
us make the decision whether we want to read it going forward. And I really, honestly, like I said, I appreciate that. Nowadays, so many people don't do that, and I think it's great. I also really
Well,
liked how this comic book was a natural progression for this character,
mhm,
considering where he was, in our time to where he would be 4,000 years into the future. Well, I guess not 4,000, but a couple thousand years into the future.
mhm.
How the nanites may still live and still hold on to some of his personality, but his body itself would be gone. So he'd kind of reform into something a little, definitely more machine than human, but still partially human. I thought it was a really smart way to to jump the series forward, but not lose your character. A lot of times series jump forward. I know Marvel tried to do it with their 2099 series years back with their Spider-Man and the Hulk, and they tried to move forward, but it just never felt natural. This felt like a much more natural progression of the character, and I'm
Yes.
really excited. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, I thought the artwork was great, and let's see who did the art. Doug Braithwaite.
Yeah, who's it
Right.
written by?
It was written by Jeff Lemire, and art by Doug Braithwaite as Doug. Just to listen to how we were supposed to say your last name if you ever listen to this. So,
Well,
but it was awesome, and I liked it a lot. And I like where the character is going, and I like when the character's under attack and he's like, well, I gotta get some space going here and stuff
yeah,
like that. So it was great. I
yeah,
thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to read number two just because. Oh, why the hell not? It was a good story,
yeah.
and I want to see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm
So
with you. I definitely want to see where it goes. I very much enjoyed it. Definitely give it a highly recommend it. Thumbs up. Definitely buy this. If you are looking for something that is kind of a RoboCop, Blade Runner, Terminator hodgepodge story,
yeah.
feels a little bit like Escape from LA too at times.
Well,
It's
yeah, because it does feel a little post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
So
it's very post-apocalyptic. Yeah, it's something different. It's sci-fi, but also superhero-ish in a way. I really liked it a lot, and I'm excited to see where the comic goes. So, Brian and Ryan at the Geek Dad
yes,
Report say, buy this comic book.
yep.
How much is it?
I believe it was $2.99.
So you can get $2.99, and it is at your stores or Comixology or Amazon or any place you buy your comics. Available right now.
Yeah, get it.
Get
Do
it.
it.
Till next week.
See you guys.
Later.